Talk more about this political shakeup and the challenges facing the British Prime Minister despite winning that mandate. Michael Kenny is a professor of politics at Queen Mary University of London. He joined us by Skype.
It's a big shock. I think there are a number of different take-homes from this election. One of them is that we've got a majority government again. We've had a coalition for 5 years, but now there's one single party that's in the driving seat, that is in the governing position. But everyone is kind of prepared, I guess, braced really for some instability, because that governing party is quite divided. There are people in that party in Parliament who have strong views about issues like Europe, about the future of the UK. So there's this feeling really that British politics is about to become a lot more rocky and that there are some storms ahead.
What about, I was watching today, I saw the resignation of Ed Miliband. He came out and addressed everyone. Nick Clegg. It was, you saw a lot of long faces. Where did these other parties fail in terms of having a message that resonated with the voters there?
I think the question for Labour, which has been the main party of opposition, has been really about two things. One has been about Ed Miliband himself and about whether he has what it takes to look like a possible prime minister. And I guess the second thing has been about the economy. And Labour has been accused again and again by its political opponents of being responsible for the economic downturn that the UK has experienced. So put those issues together, and I mean, Labour has had a really tough time, it seems, primarily because many voters, especially in England, did not trust Labour as an incoming government at a point when the recovery of our economy is beginning, but it seems very fragile. So really, this was an election about trust. That was the big theme here.
And Labour also got clobbered in Scotland. Your thoughts on that?
Well, this is seismic. This is meltdown. I mean, Labour was the party that was in control in Scotland, that dominated Scottish politics, and within really a decade, it has slipped. The reasons for that are complex. They go back some while, but Labour was complacent. It thought that its position there was unchallengeable, and it really treated Scotland in many ways like a personal fiefdom, and that has really come back to bite it.
One final question. How does this government move forward after this election? Is Cameron emboldened? What do you think is his vision?
The way is clear for him to try and implement his vision, but he is, in one sense, freer to do that. But in another sense, he's probably more likely to find himself trapped and to be someone at the mercy of political forces that will be very hard to control. He's got big issues coming up. The biggest of all is Europe. The question of will the UK remain in the European Union, and he is now managing a party that has many members within it, particularly at senior levels, who do not believe that the UK should remain in the EU. So this is now going to become the defining issue, I think, of the next Parliament.